Hi everyone, in this question we have an IGCSE additional maths question. Why don't you pause the video and try to solve this yourself first. Okay, we'll go through a possible solution. We have a polynomial P is such that the polynomial equals 6x cubed minus 35x squared plus 34x plus 45. In part A, we want to find the polynomial in the form 2x minus 5 times qx plus r, where qx is a polynomial and r is a constant. So let's rewrite our polynomial, and we'll let qx equal ax squared plus bx plus c. We can suspect that this will be a quadratic because this is a linear. So when we multiply a linear function by a quadratic function, we'll get a cubic function. So it's reasonable to let qx equal ax squared plus bx plus c. So we write out our polynomial equals 2x minus 5 times the quadratic plus r. What we'll do now is we'll expand. We have 2x times ax squared, so 2ax cubed, 2x times bx, 2bx squared, 2x times c, so 2cx. Then we have negative 5 times ax squared here. Negative 5 times bx we have here, negative 5 times c we have here, and then add r. Now we'll group the like terms. So we have the cubic by itself, so 2ax cubed, and then we group the x squared terms. So that will give us 2b minus 5ax squared, and then we group the terms of x. So we have 2c minus 5b times x, and the constant term at the end here, negative 5c plus r. Now we can solve for a, b, c, and r. Notice that 6x cubed on the left side will be equal to 2ax cubed. So we can say that 6 equals 2a, which means that a will be equal to 3. And for the x squared term, we have negative 35x squared will be equal to 2b minus 5ax squared. So we'll have 2b minus 5a equals negative 35. And we know that a equals 3. So negative 5 times 3 will be negative 15 here. So we add 15 to both sides, and then we divide by 2. So we find that b equals negative 10. And now we have 34x will be equal to 2c minus 5bx. So we have 2c minus 5b will be equal to 34. And we know b equals negative 10. So put negative 10 here, which will give us 50. So now we can subtract 50 from both sides, and then we divide by 2. So c will be equal to negative 8. For the constant term, on the left side, it's equal to 45, and that must be equal to negative 5c plus r. So we have negative 5c plus r equals 45. We know c is negative 8. Put negative 8 here, we'll get 40. And then we subtract 40 from both sides. So r will be equal to 5. So we can write our polynomial as 2x minus 5 times 3x squared minus 10x minus 8 plus 5. And we'll use that on the next section. And now we want to write our expression px minus 5 as a product of 3 linear factors. From the previous result, we can write the polynomial as 2x minus 5 times 3x squared minus 10x minus 8 plus 5. Now we'll subtract 5 from both sides. So we have px minus 5 equals the polynomial on the right side. And this is what we require here. Now all we need to do is factorize this quadratic. So we'll get 3x squared minus 10x minus 8 is equivalent to x minus 4 times 3x plus 2. And these are our 3 linear factors here. Next, we want to write down the solutions of the equation px equals 5. So for px equals 5, that implies we need to solve px minus 5 equals 0. And we already know what px minus 5 is here. So we simply solve this equation. For the first factor, we have 2x minus 5, and we set that equal to 0 because we want to find the product that will equal 0 here. So if x is 5 on 2, this factor will become 0, which gives us a 0 result here. The middle factor, we have x minus 4. We set that to be 0, so x must be 4. And for the third factor, we have 3x plus 2. Set that to be 0, so x must equal negative 2/3. Thanks for watching.